Actually, you know what I think it is? It's got to be when we swap games. That might be what it is. If we change games, it tends to just die. I think. That's my theory.
Breathing underwater. Can't let you go now. Making it so hard. You got to know now. Ooh, taking it too far. Nothing to hold now. I'm falling apart. Out in the cold now. Breathing underwater now. I can't let go.
if I interrupt your city, going up, come with me. Rolling up my Philly. I'm feeling free like Willie. Interrupt your city. Going up, come with me. Rolling up my Philly. I'm feeling free like Willie. Absolutely glorified by niggas that gon' hate on me. Niggas acting fake, I wipe them down and shit like Maybelline. Purple in my cup, you can tell I got the major league. Nigga, you get
Your Wi-Fi bad? True.
Precision and COD activision. My niggas, they in position. Reloaded my ammunition. I slaughtered the competition. Murder your intuition. Take the pot you pissin'. I'll leave a nigga no vision. All of my guns, they automatic. I'm turning bullets to gold. All of these bitches in the back and they snapping shots with they phones. Throwing heavy artillery. Put them on disability. Switching up my abilities. Kill them with my auxiliary. And if I interrupt your city, going up, come with me. Rolling up my Philly. I'm feeling free like Willie. Interrupt your city. Going up, come with me. Rolling up my Philly. I'm feeling free like Willie. This the type of shit'll probably make you break your stereo. Niggas silent hating, I feel it, it's so imperial. I know they probably talking, I'm putting that on my burial. But I'm never gonna change, I'm not switching up my material. I heard that you've been talking while your breath smelling like cake. This body in the bag, nigga, assalamu alaikum. If smoking ain't a hobby, I tell them I'm half Jamaican. I ain't fucking with the sheep, cause I'm a gold up in the making. I'm reloaded like the Matrix, get it poppin', call me Neo. Sonic boom right through his back, I'm throwing fireballs like Rio. Feeling faded, invaded, there's no escaping the show. I separate all the haters and tell them they gotta go. And if I interrupt your city, going up, come with me. Rolling up my Philly. I'm feeling free like Willie. Interrupt your city. Going up, come with me. Rolling up my Philly. I'm feeling free like Willie.
Alright, we got some members on the field. We might as well showcase. Looks like we got Dynasty Worms. So, yeah. Some predictions already happened, but if you're curious, Dynasty Worms are 3-2. Revival are 2-3. So, gonna be an interesting one here. This is the final week. So, does Revival get a win back and even up both records? Or does Dynasty Worms finish off their season strong at 4-2? But looks like we got everyone here. Got Peak and Rifts, Kodas, and Eakin on Twitch. I guess we say bacon. Alright, so let's get the recording going and put it up on YouTube as usual for our cast. So let's see if both teams are ready. Yee. Peak said yee. Coda said yee. But we are all set. We're underway, ready to cast this one, and we almost have a banger of a shot come through immediately. As Dynasty Worms really putting the pressure to start. As Revival trying to get into the swing of things, almost a play going forward. You like to see that from Rift. Had a little bit of a possession there, just ran out of space. So both teams now getting some action through, getting some offense. But we are still tied, scoreless. But if you're just tuning in, welcome into the CPL cast for 2v2. That's gonna bounce out. And Revival, fortunate again as Rifts with the redirect, but not gonna be strong enough. Coda's there and content to move it on. But P can't get a touch there. A bit of space and another miscue. And tough to read, but Rift gets the challenge, and that's going to clank off. And we've had a few clankers already. Tennille, what's going on YouTube? What's going on? But tactical fake right there. And yeah, we talk about it time and time again, but it is important. Twos, second man, do you attack or do you veer off? It is an important decision. It's the similar one as Rift. What a 50 in front of net. But it is a similar one as to be in third man in a threes match, but with far more implications. I love how you read it. Thank you. Usually I butcher names. As a Rocket League caster, I butcher many names. But that's why I tell people, just tell me how to correct it if I'm saying it wrong. But Rift gets a slight touch, and that's on target, just enough. And nice pressure. Rift can't quite get it far enough, but Bacon is there on a tough angle, tied up, and doesn't have to be the strongest shot, but just continued pressure. And you wonder if a kickoff goal falls through. That would be devastating for Revival, but not going to happen. And more pressure coming out. Can't get one there, but big bumps too. And that's a shot, but what a save from Rift. Incredible effort. And crazy bumps as well from Dynasty Worms, and now they're being pressured. And we got ourselves a series here. This is only game one, but you're seeing plenty of action. And go back and forth, and that's a strong shot, too strong. As Codus is there, high up, and that is just sequence of events that worked out, and positioning prevails. Sick, who am I voting for? I don't vote for anybody. I root for the better team to win because I am a non-biased caster. And you can ask many of our teams, but Peak puts on a strong shot to tie things up. But yeah, for anybody new here, this is CPL, Cross Progression League. It is an amateur league with various ranks, but currently they're in a 2v2 season, and these teams are battling this week 7. But this is game 1 and a best of 5, and Rift almost puts it through. But we got another clanker off the crossbar. But strong touch, could be tough to work with. But Peak, calm and collected. Can he get the angle? And taking his time. Smart play, not to rush it. He knew he had a little bit of time to put it on target, and Revival take the lead. But as this game has gone back and forth, we are going to be looking at Dynasty Worms. Do they have an answer? And open for a miss there. They can just trying to capitalize, and almost a goal for Codus in front of the net. Peak, what an extra touch. And Peak a few late goals to put his team up by 2. And that's an incredible display in the air. It didn't fall down. He's able to keep it, and then even got a last touch to give it more height. And more height, usually good when attacking offense, but Rift adding another as well. And Rift has plenty of shots in this one, plenty of pressure. And somehow gets there for the bump. But Revival really rolling now, as there's 46 seconds left. What rank is this? Is C2, C3. If you ever see any of our casts, you can look at the very top, but I believe on YouTube it's hard to see, so. User, what's going on YouTube? Welcome in. Appreciate all the support and you guys coming in to watch these teams play, and you know, more Rocket League on display, but can't quite get the goal there. And right now Dynasty Worms just playing for the last second for some momentum, but we gotta talk about that momentum from Revival. It was back and forth, and then they just stepped it up a notch. And I got a seagull. Nice. Is that a thing? Like, well, why did I get that now? Right? Have you guys ever gotten an item in a private match? Is that new or just bugged? Leon, thank you so much for following on YouTube. You're a legend. Very much appreciate the support on YouTube, because we're trying to grind YouTube as well. We multi-stream, so trying to build it up, maybe get monetized and put it back into our money Rocket League tourneys. Quick segue, we do have a money tourney on Friday. You got to sign up by Thursday. That's on start.gg. You could find a Spartan tournament. But Little Royal is here to support Revival. And of course, we appreciate all the support, and the teams do as well. And we like to advocate good sportsmanship and, you know, rooting on whatever team you like. Macho follows and likes the YouTube. Be like Macho and life will be better. I mean, that is a perfect statement if I've ever heard one. Tennille subbed on YouTube as well. Thank you so much. I'll do anything for a YouTube follow. Almost anything. But game 2 is here. And both teams gearing up, getting into the swing of things. They've had one game underway. Certainly Dynasty Worms, they want to tie up this series, but they were kind of caught surprise in the second half of game 1. But we did see many good plays from them. But peak, extra touch going wide. Koda's gonna put that on target, and that is good positioning from Dynasty Worms, taking their time, and they couldn't quite get the challenge, but a little separation between the player and the ball. That's usually just as effective. But Rift taking to the air. He needs a soft shot. He's not going to get it. And you can see the trajectory and how much power he was getting on it. But awkward bounce. Rift trying to 50 forward. Strong 50. But this could be a shot on target. It's a little bit light, and Peak taking care of things. And trying for that angle again, but running out of time. So that's going to be a pass, and Rift ain't ready for it. And instead, Dynasty Worms They are hunting. But they're definitely looking for that confidence boost. If you figure game one, how they played the first half, and they certainly might be thinking they get back to it, then they have the series. But we only have one goal so far. This is a league match. Official league match of CPL, aka Cross Progression League. For Rocket League. So league in Rocket League. But trying to get there, and defense is there. I don't know if he got credit for the save, but Kodas is there for the challenge, and two players there just winning out, and huge game for him in game two, as they have played somewhat flawless, and certainly you got no goals against you. That's going to be a good time. What a save from Rift that was going through, but he's being challenged again, or being tested, and he can't get that touch, and somehow, some way, Bacon is there and continues on. What a series of crazy touches. Faking, calculated, every brutal, all of the above. But holy smokes, look at this game from Dynasty Worms, and much needed peak puts one on the board. And you know that hurts your confidence a little bit, down by 3 if you go scoreless after winning game 1. Might shake things up. But they get a goal there, and can they expand upon it? 3-1 in favor of Dynasty Worms, but they have the time. They're trying to use it as Peak trying to apply the pressure. Sense of urgency as we get closer to 1 minute. Peak the touch, boost, bump, and that's the smart play. Just got 2 players from Dynasty Worms back, and Rift can't center it. And now staying in that corner. But he had a chance for a goal to put this one away. Could not do it for Dynasty Worms. And Peak trying to get a quick one here, but Rift push up too much. And they definitely needed one there to stay in contention for tying this. But we certainly might have a tie series with 15 seconds left, and that's just been a smart play from Dynasty Worms, using the time, not panicking, and there they add the final nail on game number 2. Or maybe not the final nail, but we'll get a we'll get a kickoff goal. Big miscue. But a strong response for Dynasty Worms as they take game 2, and kind of not surprised based on the series. Damn, that is rough. You got Chaotic with the facts and figures. But there, Codus puts one on off a kickoff. And continuing on right there. Dynasty Worms up by 1 in game 2. It's going to bounce around. And Peak puts it through. Actually, wait a second. Chaotic is saying, hold on. He's got to do some math. They can win 3-1 and have NES Dark get swept to make it as well. But it's out of their hands. And true. But all they could do is play. No matter what happens. And tied 1 apiece. Revival did drop game 2. And they're looking to bounce back. We're tied 1 apiece. And I certainly think we're going to have a lack of defense in this one. We already got 3 goals. Peak capitalizing off the awkwardness. And Rift does it again. I don't know how he does it. Tactical fake. Calculated touch. But centers. And that's another kickoff goal. And that is brutal. As Macho would say. That's another kickoff goal. So deflating. But strong center. A little bit too far over. And Revival can't quite make work of it. Is now Peak. Gonna let it bounce. Going all the way back. A little bit of risky touches. Now Peak on the offensive, trying to make things awkward. And still holding his ground. Beacon is there. And Peak with a big bump and Rift denied at the last second. What a save. Dynasty Worms holding on. And they certainly are trying to win this series. They are 3-2. Trying to bolster. But slight touch going around. Codus 50s. Grabs the boost and it's going to veer back. And Rift should have that one. And Chaotic, our standing specialist, says, okay, if Revival wins this series, whatever their differential is their end of season differential. NES Dark is currently +2 differential with the final week yet to play. NES is 3-2 overall record. And what a shot, what a save, are you kidding me? That was 3/4 of the way in. But Revival doing everything they can, and that was almost a touch going forward. But strong shot. And Peak is just there, but you know more pressure's coming through as Codus does it so well. You can't rest easy. And tied 2 apiece. Rift, what a play. Taking it into his own hands. The doomsy dish of sorts. But catches up with that one. And Revival take the lead. But we have another kickoff goal. Are you kidding me? Dynasty Worms. How do they do it time and again? And a lot of it is from that man right there. You saw Kodas putting in another. And now Revival back to the drawing board. They get a little momentum, and now it's starting to deflate. Kodas there. And side by side, strong 50 going right where it needs to go. Dynasty Worms up by 1. But Rifts, tough to do anything with that. But Peak comes through and has an open net. Perfect challenge. Right time to challenge. And my goodness, back and forth. You like action? This is your kind of game. We said not much defense would be played, and it has not disappointed. But Peak, strong touch and low boosts for Dynasty Worms. But that's going to be low and going to be taken care of because it's there with the boost. And does not get the pinch, but still threatening with the 50. And Peak has to take the tough angle to get it out. But now Rift trying to center it. Now an awkward one for Peak, who gets an initial bounce and strong 50. And that might be on, and what a play. Kodas really pouring it on, and that is a tough angle, and it's just going in off the redirect. Dynasty Worms take the lead again, and it has not been easy. But there's nothing doing, and Rift taking the wide approach on that. 15 seconds. Rifts 50'd out to the side. Peak applying pressure and pinch almost going to Rifts. But that is going to do it for game 3. Dynasty Worms series point. And I wonder if any lag there. But if there is, I'm sure they'll let me know. We gotta go all the way to Sovereign anyways. But I believe he's good to go. Waffles, nobody cares about my rank. I'm just the caster. But game 4 is here. Revival can't afford any more losses and really have to pour it on. Meanwhile, Dynasty Worms, they are up 2-1 in the series and looking for that strong start. But Kodas, it's going to be a little bit to the right. Now Rift's taking control, but it's going to be low and handled. But Peak applying more pressure. And you see that redirect. I mean, we saw Kodas do it previous game, but you still have to respect it, especially with what happened. But Rift there with the save. And it was awkward, but strong shot from the midfield. Bacon on Twitch. And they continually have good spacing in Dynasty Worms. Usually those 50s come out right to the other player. And that certainly makes things so much easier. And a big credit to why they continue to apply pressure in shots. Meanwhile, Peak a little bit awkward, trying to venture, and you see that slight adjustment at the last second instead of own going. I'll give Peak credit, but he has to wait here, and very fortunate. That's a light shot. However, that one is a little bit higher, and Peak being tested on defense. But still no boost. And Rift just keeps passing to him. But can Peak score? And that one bounces out, much to Dynasty Worm's favor. But Peak gets the challenge. However, back again. Gotta continue on and try their hand at offense again, is Revival. But we finally see a demo out. Can this open things up as Peak trying to dunk it? And Rift high touch, but keeping it to the corner. And more demos coming out, maybe trying to get another. Oh, a tactical fake. But Revival just can't break through. They have demos. They have pressure, but no solid looks. Now Peak has to keep it close. Does a great job at that, but unfortunately it bounces out. Needs Rift to shoot, and that's a low. And Bacon happily gonna save that. But we're still one goal difference. Now Rift trying to gain control, staying on the ground. Peak almost there. But yet again, they still can't get a score, and that's a 50 out. But Coda's going to keep it to the corner wisely. And Peak trying to force their hand. Still can't break through on that defense. High bounce. He wants another, and almost a 50 in. Rift. Tough angle. And denied again. And watch out for Kodos. He's coming on the counterattack. But under 1 minute to go. And Peak gonna continue trying. And that's a high bouncer. Tough for Rift. As Kodos clutch. Putting in another goal. And height kills on those shots. But I don't know if it mattered too much, since no one could have got back for that anyways. But 30 seconds left. Down by 2. Revival with their season on the line. They're going to need a quick goal here. And Kodos, perhaps MVP, has taken more time off the clock with that challenge. And what a save. Bacon denying. And just playing a brilliant game. Dynasty Worms really locking things down after game 1. And being very efficient. But give credit to Dynasty Worms. They take the victory here today. And if you voted for Dynasty Worms, you are correct. And of course, thanks Dynasty Worms for the support. Appreciate it. But also, thank you so much from everyone else for the support. For rooting on either team, watching the match, typing, or just silently, lurking. It's all appreciated. So, thank you very much. That's going to do it for this cast. We'll probably have maybe like a tourney or something I'll throw up while we're uploading to YouTube. But yeah, once again, congrats to Dynasty Worms. They go to 4-2 on the season and gearing up for playoffs. As it's week 7, it's the final week of the regular season, so we'll have to see what is unloaded in the playoffs. All right, so let's create a quick one. I doubt anyone's going to join this, but screw it. We send it. All right, so while we're waiting for that, let's upload. Oops. I don't know where to put this. Put it in small prints. All right, need music. Dynasty Worms won the series. Sleepy told me to go for a triple reset, been trying the whole series. And that's the last we heard of Bell. It was nice knowing him. I won't join the 1v1. I'm playing another game. What the hell? That's inexcusable. For real. You join a tourney when I tell you to join a tourney.
Little nigga, why they talking so colossal? Nice nigga, but these bitches make me hostile. Lil weed, let me mix it with the bottle. Big bag like a nigga won the lotto. Let's go. Little nigga, why they talking so colossal? Nice nigga, but these bitches make me hostile. Lil weed, let me mix it with the bottle. Big bag like a nigga won the lotto. Let's go. Everybody on the block, they chasing paper. 50 on the block, I tell you ladies, see the haters. I got Marty on the block, I tell the niggas it's instigator. I be fucking with these niggas, you get bit like alligator. Be the one, you get hit in the back with that miggity mag. Ain't no cap, I be strapped, that's a figgity fat. I'm a dog up in the streets, you will kitty cat. I'm a dog up in the streets, you will kitty cat. These niggas act like we related, no debating. I'm high and chronic and never instigating. I got patience, I'm making patience. If they been pushing patience and we face it, you got a problem, then fuck it, let's erase it, let's go. Little nigga, why they talking so colossal? Nice nigga, but these bitches make me hostile. Lil weed, let me mix it with the bottle. Big bag like a nigga won the lotto, let's go. Little nigga, why they talking so colossal? Nice nigga, but these bitches make me hostile.
Alright, with the little tourney, we might just call it after this one, honestly. Staying up so late last night was definitely a mistake. We are feeling it. I was kind of falling asleep while driving, which is never good. Yeah. Well, it's because, like, I haven't played ranked in a while, and I felt like playing it, and then, you know, I didn't start that until late, because the scrim didn't end till after 11. So, yeah, a late night ranked session, that'll do it. Yeah, sleeping and driving. I would be traumatized if I woke up and I hit somebody. You lost round one. Oh no. There's only 3 people in this, and one of them is Caleb. Oh yeah, you know what I could do? I can check the tourney. I gotta see if I have to update anybody. Alright, no, we're good. No one new joined. We are chilling. So yeah, for the tourney we have 34 people on Friday. That's pretty decent. That's more than the other one. Oh my god, it's so delayed, the alerts. Alright, you know what I gotta do? Gang RV. Are we there yet? RV there yet? uh, interesting. I think I've heard of it. I'm 5-3 in this one. Too bad. Alright, my bad. I had to make sure the sound worked on the video. GG's. Or GG. Singular.
Said it was the wrong thing for me to do. I said it's just a boy's game, but girls play too. My heart is working overtime, and
Just a little bit. Damn. Where's that in a league match? Oh, saucy. I respect it. Damn, how did Tungo get into the finals? Oh my god. What's up, Ryan? Welcome back. How you been? But Belb, yeah, Caleb does ones a good amount. Doing pretty good. A little bit tired. Going to Nicaragua tomorrow? Oh, snap. Have you ever been? I have never. What's up, Turtle? What you been up to? Trying to get my GC. Have you ever been GC? No, right? Not gonna lie, 3 to 5 is a respectable game for me. True. Fuck no, it's my grind. Well, you're getting closer. Oh no. You summoned Emerson. He heard that you were trying to rank up and he now is trying to queue against you. Because that's what he does. He's a sniper. There is a Halo game coming out, yes. Sorry, Ryan, it's your hometown? Oh, okay. When's the last time you were there? Or, well, like, where have you been now? What's the story? Spart, you sleep now, or one more tourney? I don't know. We need a poll. 2 years. How come the time frame? No, there's not. I was up till 2 last night. We're not doing 5. Unless you can get a lot of YouTube follows, then anything's possible.
Wasting time on my own. All the places that we go. All this pain builds within.
Oh no. You better not make some fake ass accounts. That's cheating the system.
Finally, I feel more free. The end of you and me. Let it go, let it be. My heart beat.
Did we even count it since only one person voted? Is that even really a poll? Ryan on YouTube says, I was in Nicaragua, went to California, then Florida. Was doing BMX there in Florida. That's awesome. Now back in California, I'm leaving. Damn. So a little bit of a states tour. That's dope though. I forgot to vote. Unbelievable. You could try to run a poll without breaking my channel. Who voted then? Did anyone? Who's the one that voted on that? I feel like most people didn't even see it. Ryan said, yeah, was in Nicaragua for 5 years. And all over the place. You voted. Yeah, see, these other people didn't even vote. It's crazy. I don't know. It should have been in the chat. What would a sweater even look like? And in Florida for 1 year total, and Nicaragua for 3. 2 years now. What's the deal with the BMX? Do you do it professionally? Noted. Oh, you could see that one though, can't you? You piece there. No. Okay. You don't do. Alright, who's ready for 2-minute tourney. Let's go. It says on the screen, obviously. It's Tourney ain't showing up. Oh man. Damn. Damn, you guys found it? I didn't think anyone would. I'ma join. Well, you got 1 minute. Wow, Ryan joined too. Jesus, I thought 2 minutes. I thought I'd get away. I thought I'd sneak by. The money one is 8 p.m. on Friday. We gotta watch Caleb against Emerson. That's 2 of our chatters. That's a crazy first match. Although I think for the ones league, Emerson was higher tier. But Caleb, did Caleb play Emerson in the tourney and Caleb won? So there's that lore. Alright, Ryan, you're Roas? Wow. You're the official? There goes M making excuses. That's a shocker. I scored. It's 1-1, 1-2. Ryan, you gotta win, man. You must, so we could watch you. You gotta get to the finals. 3-2. Nice, Ryan. Belb said, I don't know why, but every time I switch from Fennec to Octane, I start playing better. Yeah, that is weird. Damn, good stuff, Ryan. Never had a doubt. Wow, that's out. Damn, Caleb up by 4. Nice, Ryan. Good stuff. Sure, you never doubted me. When it was 1-2, we doubted a little bit. Damn, how does that work? How does he do it? GG singular. Damn, Belb said good luck. I know, you're in the finals already. Yeah, we had the real Ross in this tourney, yep. It's true. Caleb's on a mission here. Ooh, almost. I'm gonna guess I'm gonna lose 3 to 18. That's not even possible, so you're fine. They go to 7. I gotta lock in. Fair enough, Ryan. All right. Caleb going back to back. Trying to go. But I can certifiably say is definitely the last one. I am tired. Nobody knows. That's what happens when you have McDonald's Wi-Fi. Alright, Ryan. You're cooked. You're not chatting until you're done. Fair enough. Actually, though, McDonald's Wi-Fi is better, is what you're about to say, bro. Probably better. I'm lagging hard right now. Yeah, I would figure. Holy smokes. Of course, Sleepy. He said I was in. He said he was in the Fennec. It's an automatic loss. They're having another crew battle event. The 31st. Fennec, ever since this season started, had been awful. So why be in it? Most of it is mental. Oh no. He can't, Sleepy, he can't. I'ma do my own thing, says him. Yeah, this is definitely the last tourney. I'm full on asleep over here. And it's not because of the players, I can say that. It is definitely on me. You might have had more sleep than me, Sleepy. That's rough ping as well, or lag or whatever. Damn, you actually had more sleep than me. That's crazy. That's how you know I have to go to bed. But thanks, boys, for playing in the tourney, entertaining the masses. By masses, I mean us. But yeah, I gotta call it. I'll be back on tomorrow. I don't know. Well, yeah, demons play at 8. I have to put that in Cassid's schedule, but I'll just do it tomorrow. So that's 8 p.m. Eastern. And then 10 p.m. Eastern, I'm supposed to schedule a GC3 scrim of sorts, but right now I only have 2, so I don't know how that's gonna happen. I guess figure something out. But yeah, thanks for hanging. Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow, Bel. See you, Ryan.